Hello and welcome back to our mini video series on Plumsail Documents and Make. In today's video, we'll walk you through how to automatically merge or split multiple PDF documents. And we'll cover two separate scenarios, and you can see the timestamps below to jump straight to the one you need. If you're new to Plumsail Documents, we offer free 30-day trial. And if you haven't tried Make yet, we got an exclusive offer for 2 months free for the Pro plan. You can find the link in the description. So let's dive in. First, let's take a look at our OneDrive folder where we have 5 PDF files that will be merged. Of course, this is a rather small amount for demonstration purposes, and you can have as many files as you need. Also, as an alternative, you can use Google Drive or Dropbox or other file storages, not just OneDrive. So let's open Make and start building our scenario. Since in our case, the PDF files are stored in OneDrive, we need to add the OneDrive Search Files or Folders module. And if you choose to store your files in a different storage, you can find the corresponding one here in Make and proceed with the scenario using similar logic. And now let's configure our module. First, we need to select the folder where the files are stored. And then we set item type to file. In the limit field, we'll enter 5 since we know the exact number of files in our folder. You can enter any number or you can ballpark it if you're not sure. And by default, files are returned in the order received from OneDrive, and usually it's by last modified. So if your folder has more files, Make may return the most recently updated ones. To make sure you get the right files, it's best to apply filter modules in Make, for example, by file name or last modified. And once everything is set, we can click Save. Next, we need to add OneDrive Download a File module. This will let us retrieve the files from the previous step. We can leave all the fields as they are and simply map the file ID from the Search Files module. And this will tell Make exactly which files to download for each item in the list. And once we're done with that, we can click Save. Now that we have all the files downloaded, we need to collect them into an array using Flow Control Array Aggregator module. So let's add the aggregator. And in the Source module field, we select our first step, OneDrive Search Files or Folders. And this module will help us return the full list of files together, and Make will keep that structure when downloading and aggregating files. And if we use Download a File instead, Make wouldn't group them properly, and Plumsail Documents module would get an incomplete array. So we can leave the target structure and all other fields unchanged for now, as we'll come back to it later, and click Save. And now we can add the Plumsail module that will be responsible for merging all of our PDF files. So let's find Plumsail Documents and select Merge Any Files into PDF. And as the name suggests, this module allows you to convert and merge files of different formats, such as PDF, images, PowerPoint presentations, Word documents, all into one single PDF file. And you can find the full list of supported formats via the link inside the module settings right here. Or you can check out the link that I left in the description, where you can also find tips and best practices on how to use this module. And since I've already connected my Plumsail Documents account here in Make, I don't need to log in again. And in the Files to Merge field, we reference the array from the Flow Control Array Aggregator module, and we can click Save. And now let's go back to the Array Aggregator module. In the Target Structure field, we need to select Plumsail Documents module. Then, in the Files to Merge field, we need to select OneDrive Download a File module, and that's it. We can save the changes. Now in the final step, we need to add OneDrive Upload a File module to save the generated file in a OneDrive folder. We select a folder where the file should be saved. And in the File field, there are two options. We can select the output directly from the Plumsail Documents module, or click Map and customize the file name. So let's do the latter. This way we can make sure that the merged file has a specific name, for example, Documents. And at the end, we need to add .pdf extension so the file is recognized correctly. In the data field, we have the file content returned by Plumsail Documents module. And that's it. Let's click Save. Our scenario is ready. In this video, we'll be using a manual trigger. So to run the scenario, all we need to do is to click Run button. However, if you need this scenario to be fully automated, you can either activate the runs every 15 minutes option, or for example, use Watch Files module, which runs automatically each time a new file is uploaded or changed in the specified folder. So our scenario ran successfully. Let's return to the OneDrive folder. And here we have our generated PDF file with the name we specified earlier. Let's check it out. And as you can see, all the documents are now combined in one single PDF file. You can use the same approach to merge files from your favorite platforms like Airtable. And in fact, we have a dedicated article on that, so check the link in the description. And we are done with the first scenario, so let's jump to the next one. And now let's explore how we can automatically split a multi-page PDF document into separate files. Here we have an agreement document that we'll be working with, and for this demo we'll extract just one page, page number 2 to be exact, and this is an invoice which we could, for example, later email or save separately. So let's go back to Make and create the scenario. We'll start by adding OneDrive modules, search files or folders. And as I mentioned earlier, if you choose to store your files in a different cloud storage, you just need to find the corresponding module here in Make and proceed with the scenario using similar logic. Next, we need to select OneDrive folder where the document is stored. It's called PDF in our case. For the item type, we can keep file. And by default, this module will return recently modified files from the selected folders. So please make sure to adjust the limit section according to your use case. And now we can click Save. Next, we will add OneDrive, download a file module. And in the File ID field, we need to add the value from the previous step to ensure that the right file is downloaded. It's pulled in as binary and prepared for processing. So let's click Save. And now it's time to add the next step to split our PDF file. For this, we will need to search for Plumsail Documents and select Split PDF module. First, in the File field, we will keep the selected OneDrive Download a File option. And let's look at all the options how we can split the file. You can either extract specific pages, for example, page 2, 10, and 16, or split document into equal-sized chunks, for example, from page 2 to 10, or split by bookmarks, if you have them in your document. In our case, we will select Extract Pages and type page 2 in the page range field. So depending on how your document is structured, you can easily adjust the logic without extra tools needed. You can also add a prefix to the file name, if needed, of course, and we can click Save. And the last module that we're going to add here is OneDrive Upload a File. As an alternative, you can also email the generated file or upload it to a platform like Airtable. So first, let's select the folder we will want to save our new file. In this case, I will select the folder called Split PDF. In the File field, we have 3 options. First one is OneDrive Download a File, and this would upload the original file again without any changes, and that's not really what we're looking for. The second option is Plumsail Documents Split PDF, and this would upload the correct file, but it would use the default system-generated name. Instead, let's select the third option, Map. This gives us full control over the file name and its content. So in the file name field, let's add invoice.pdf. It's important to include the extension so that the file is saved in the correct format. In the data field, let's map the binary output from Plumsail Documents Split PDF module. And once everything is set, we can click Save. And we're all done, so let's test the scenario. Let's click Run once. And as you can see, Make is downloading the latest file from OneDrive. Plumsail module extracts page 2, and the result is saved back as a separate file in OneDrive. So let's go to our OneDrive folder and check the generated file. Looks great. We can see just one page, the invoice. It is split and saved, as you can see. The flexibility of this module allows you to easily adapt it to a variety of workflows, whether you're splitting forms for approval, preparing attachments for email, or isolating content for archiving. Anything is possible with Plumsail Documents. In this video, we've used a manual trigger to search for files inside a OneDrive folder, but that's just one option. You can also automatically trigger a scenario when a file is uploaded, when an email with an attachment is received, or when a form is submitted. Any trigger available in Make can be used here. And Plumsail Documents offers quite a few other modules here in Make. You could add watermarks, protect files with a password, flatten form fields, extract text, generate documents from a template, convert different file formats to PDF, and much more. You can try Plumsail Documents today and start a free 30-day trial. That's plenty of time to test any scenario. And if you're new to Make, we've partnered with them to offer 2 months for free for the Pro plan. You can find the link in the description. And thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.